welcome to Micro Squad. Sam and Alina here. We've got Train Like a Black Widow today, which you probably know that because you clicked on the video. I don't know why I introduce videos that way. Like, you guys obviously read the video title.
Just to make sure, double checking.
Yeah, just to make sure you clicked into this video, you all know. Okay, so today we've got kicks. So we're going to work on hip mobility, which someone's really excited about. And we're going to teach you 4 of the basic kicks. It's going to go off of the front leg, some cases the back leg. Nothing too fancy with that. But we're going to start in a tabletop position. So in that lovely tabletop position, shoulders and wrists are stacked, knees and hips are stacked. Nice flat tabletop back, pulling that core in. We're going to start with that left leg. So you're going to tuck those toes, open the knee out to the side, swivel the knee back behind you, and then lower it down, reversing the direction. So you're going to keep that 90-degree bend in the knee the whole time. Stabilizing through the hips, so I'm going to just let her lean into me a little bit. Challenges a little bit more. Now you see I have this foam roller here. I've been calling him Bobby. He has a name, not very creative. But if you watch the Supernatural workout, there's a reason. But we have a prop here, which I encourage you guys to get either a foam roller, a pole. I know a lot of people like the Swiffer. Yes, I know that sounds weird, but it's good stable base. Or a chair, wall, couch. How's that feel? Hard. So we're basically, think of this like the Tin Man and the oil can. We're just oiling up the joints and moving them. Yeah? Okay. Pull that belly button in towards that spine. So the tendency is we like to lean heavily into that one side. I want you to try to keep it really, really stable, really center. Hip mobility is going to be very, very key in a lot of our kicks. And we're going to switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Switching to the other side, I'm just going to use Bobby here. I feel like his name should be Fred for today. I don't know why.
Just everybody has a name.
He's trying to find, they are trying to find their place in the world, okay? Today, Bobby wasn't working. So we're going through that side, the right side now. You go in one direction, and then you go in the other. Said all of the One Direction band members. So sorry. Keeping that 90-degree bend. I love that Alina here has her foot deeply flexed. That way you actually feel the glute and the hamstring. I touched your glute as I said glute, or your hamstring as I said glute. So hamstring and then glute. Now, if you watched the first video of ours, I believe we said this, but both of us are black belts. We've taken martial arts our entire lives. So this is like kind of like second nature, even though it's been a couple years. It's still ingrained in there. We're both certified personal trainers, so know you are in good hands. How's that feel? Good. We're gonna rest here. We're gonna take that left foot forward in between those hands. We're gonna go into a hip flexor hamstring stretch. This may depend on your flexibility, but now flip your toes up. Yeah, there we go. So she's got her hands down there close to the floor. If your mobility, your flexibility is not there, you can bring your hands to the top of that knee, to the thigh, press the hips forward, and then rock it back, keep your chest lifted. Being down here on the floor, it gets a little tight, gets a little squished. So do what feels good to you. Just come to your thigh where your hands are. Yeah. You don't want to press on the kneecap. Your kneecap will not like that. Now, do me a favor and squeeze the right glute for me, especially as you push the hips forward. It'll help protect your lower back, but lengthen your hip flexor a little bit more to deepen that. There you go. Nice. Flex those toes. When you flex your toes when you pull it back. We are going to switch sides here though in 3, 2, 1. Switching to that right foot forward, left knee back. Just rocking back and forth. Nice and easy here. Hands on the floor. They can be on a prop on the thigh. Flexing those toes. Really flex those toes back. So you feel that deeper stretch through the calf as well. I know dancers like to point their toes a lot and you feel a different stretch. But for this case, for the martial arts piece, flexing the foot is going to start to train you for a lot of these kicks because we got to pull those toes out of the way for a majority of the kicks. Squeeze that glute. Good, pull that core in. Yep. Do you feel like a Black Widow yet? No. Okay, we're gonna come on up, coming up to standing in 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna take our foam roller Fred here. Foam roller Fred.
Now I know why it's good.
Now Alina's gonna face the camera. She's placing the foam roller on the right side. The left leg, you're gonna bring that knee up. You're gonna come to that 90-degree bend in front of the hip. Open it off to the side. Now this is where it's gonna get fun. We're gonna tilt the knee so the heel kicks up, and then you're gonna swivel it down to meet the knee. And then you're gonna open it back up. Oh, once it's to the side, you swivel that knee or that ankle down underneath that knee, bring the hip forward, and kick it back and down. Yeah. How's that feel?
Good.
I know there's a lot of technicality through this, especially when the knee opens to the side. So I'll show a side view here. So my knee's up at hip height. My knee doesn't drop. It may drop a little if your hip's really tight, but you're just kicking the foot out. So it comes up to that shin being parallel to the floor, and then you circle it back and around. I know you guys are probably like, okay, but my right leg is feeling it. Yes, your right leg's gonna be feeling it, especially your glute, because you're stabilizing. That's why we have Fred here, or a wall, a chair, whatever you pick. But you're learning to stabilize through the standing leg while the left leg gets that mobility, just like we were in the tabletop. Because again, in any kick that you do, that you see Black Widow do, she is stabilizing on one leg while the other leg is doing all the fancy stuff. We will always have one leg that is stronger than the other, but that's why we work both sides to try to even it out. With that said, we're gonna switch in 3, 2, 1. How's that feel? Was way more challenging, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Hell. Now make sure when you're standing on that leg, you want to soft bend in that knee. You don't want to lock it out. Opening that knee off to the side, tilting it down, and then curling it back and around. I know this happened on YouTube and Instagram first, and then it came to TikTok, despite what everyone believes. But there was a video, multiple videos of a girl that had the water bottle on her ankle, and she extended it out, held the water bottle, lifted it up, and kicked it. That's the same idea. What's happening here is that stability and control, mobility, is all from doing movements like this. Watching your home and try to do it, aren't you? I ended up round kicking it more than I did side kicking it because I don't like side kicks.
Yeah. I actually like side kicks.
I don't
think they're the most practical kick.
No, they're not the most practical kick. We'll walk you through the kicks here very shortly. Don't worry, we're getting there. Excuse me. Good, squeezing that core for me. We got some single leg deadlifts. You can keep Fred the foam roller or whatever prop you've named. We're gonna do some deadlifts, working on, again, more standing in 3, 2, 1. So you're gonna stay on the left leg on the ground. I like to place the foam roller to the right side. So we're gonna counterbalance it because the right leg's gonna extend as you just hinge forward. Soft bend in that knee. Alina's reaching for those toes. Yep, and then squeezing, lifting back up. Can you turn your face towards the light here? Yeah. So key thing to remember is that the spine is gonna stay neutral and the hips are gonna stay level, as if you were still in a tabletop position. So the hip wants to open up. We wanna keep that right hip pointing down. Yeah, there you go. You feel a little stretch in the hamstring, but a squeeze in the glute. And notice how her spine stays neutral the whole time. Core is engaged. So she doesn't bend in the lower back. It's like she's got a pole strapped to her head to her ankle. You good there? Mm-hmm. Now if you're feeling courageous, or maybe you've turned this video on after a couple tries, maybe take your hand away from the foam roller and do this without the foam roller. Maybe both hands start to reach for the ground. Little trick there, if both hands reach, the shoulders and hips stay a little bit more square to the floor and you don't open up. Do you feel it in the side glute at all or more in the center of the glute?
I feel it more in my hamstring.
Okay, good. That's what because if you're leaning heavily into one side and your hips opening, you'll feel it in your side glute too much. Do you feel it in your glute, the big center part of your glute or your hamstring? That's perfect. That's where we want to keep it. We're going to switch sides in 3, 2, 1. You look so enthused. Right foot on the floor, left hand's gonna be on that prop, and you're gonna hinge over. Well, this side's a little different. There you go. Let's bring this, yeah. Hips stay level and square. Soft bend in that right knee for me, good. You're looking more and more like me every day, kid. Align leggings, my old sports bra. I came in with my hair like that. Oh, that's my clip. That's why. I was like, wait, that's my clip.
Yeah, I had to borrow it. I have one at home I'll probably use.
Yeah, I came in my hair just like that and I was like, no, we're going to do a ponytail today.
Yeah, I'm going to do a bun today. The ponytail just didn't happen.
It's okay. Good, so neutral spine, reaching through those toes. Remember, long line from head to toe. Hips are squared. If you're feeling comfortable, maybe you start to get lighter in that grip of your prop. Maybe both hands start to reach towards the floor. But you're feeling that stretch in the hamstring and that squeeze as you lift up. You started to tilt on your axis there. Okay, I know the part you guys have all been waiting for, the kicks portion. You're going to keep your prop or your wall nearby, like you can move a wall. Grab some stable surface as we talk through this. We're going to, oh wait, I'm sorry. We have fighting stance pivots. I forgot one more. I'm sorry. Just kidding. Fighting stance pivots in 3, 2, 1. So fighting stance, my fighting stance is a little different than hers. We just had this discussion. So you're going to bring your feet to the, so we have these squares here, the foamy squares. So I have my toes, my heel at one corner, and my toes are actually, the back toes are at another corner. You can shorten it up a bit if your legs are, mine aren't as long as yours. It's like, wait, that's actually a long ways to go. Let's just bring the hands up to protect the face, training you guys to protect the face. You're going to pivot. So you're going to pivot on that back toe. So for her, it's the right foot's forward on this one. The left leg is in the back. So we're going to pivot onto the left toes. Nope. And drop that left knee down. Oh. That way. There you go. And then bring it back up. So there's a lunge in this. The right heel pivots out while the left toes pivot in. We got it now? There you go. So the feet are just about shoulder width, maybe a little bit wider. And you're dropping into that lunge. If you need to, you can always have a prop nearby to help you up and down. We're just tapping the knee. We're kissing the knee to the floor and pushing back up. I got ahead of myself and forgot about the pivots. So in kicks, pivots are essential. Just like Ross, pivot, pivot, pivot. I know. And then I'm sure everyone's like, shut up, shut up, shut up. But pivots are so key. Whether you're pivoting on the heel of the foot or the ball of the foot, they are key to a lot of the kicks, especially as you start to move faster and switching legs. Adding spins, but don't worry, we're not getting ahead of ourselves just yet. We're going to switch it. We're going to pivot to the other side, so the right knee is going to drop to the floor in 3, 2, 1. So you may need to adjust the feet. So the right foot's going to be a little bit more forward than the...
I don't remember.
So move this one. Nope. You're, oh, yeah, there you go.
This is right.
There you go. It depends on which way you're looking at it, that one foot looks more forward than the other. So, okay, anyways, I digress. So left foot is forward, technically forward. So you're twisting to your left. The right knee is dropping to the floor. You're picking up the heel, dropping down, pressing through. I know most of you know that Black Widow move by now. You've seen the TikTok video. You've watched the previous move video that you were training the lunges, the legs for that move. This is very similar. There's a lot of pivoting happening. There's a lot of pivoting in karate. We're just nodding in agreement. We're just moving those legs. Okay. Now we're going to get to the kicks part. The 4 kicks we're gonna go through, as you guys are still pivoting while I talk through this, we're gonna go through round kicks, side kicks, front kicks, and lastly, back kicks. They're all gonna be from the front leg. We're just gonna go through the basics. We're not gonna do anything fancy and adding the pivots with the back leg. There's a lot of stability that's gonna happen. So make sure you have something to help support you as we start walking through it in 3, 2, 1. So, okay, which leg would you like to start with?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, let's do the right leg forward. So fighting stance with the right leg forward. I'm gonna place this right here for her, just in case, so it's gonna be behind her. What you're gonna do is take that right knee, you're going to lift it up. So you're gonna balance on that left leg, and you're gonna just tilt the knee just a bit. We got round kicks, so you're gonna just extend the leg, pull the toes towards your heel, and then bend the knee, bring it down. Are you okay there?
Yeah, I don't like these.
Okay, these are my favorite kick. So you're gonna lift up, so you're balancing like that deadlift, like that hip circle. You're gonna just tilt that knee down a bit and then kick out, bring it down. Nice and simple. We can pick up the pace a little bit, bring it up, kick, and drop it down. So the reason why, you can keep going. So you guys just keep practicing those kicks. If you need the stability, it's there for you. But the reason why you pull the toes back is because we're actually kicking with the shin and the top of the foot. If you actually pull your toes back, you're gonna get crunched if you are actually kicking a bag. It's not gonna feel fun. Whoa, that was too much. What's your favorite kick?
Front kick.
Oh, okay.
Because I can do those.
So we're gonna switch sides in 3, 2, 1. So switching sides. You know, you guys do have it a little bit easier. I don't think anytime, you never taught kids, did you? You just like.
No, I don't play.
Okay, so. Okay, yeah. So when I was teaching kids, we never gave kids the option to hold themselves up. We never. Okay, no. She blocked it out. The red room. Okay, so watch the damn movie.
This side's easier.
Your right leg is more stable than your left. So I lost my train of thought. So you guys have it a little bit easier because we're giving you something to prop yourself up with. Because you're just learning these moves, it's a great way to just kind of, it's like a little crutch. It's getting you there. It's like a training wheel. She's like done. Now, as we start to move into the other moves, the knee is crucial to what your foot is going to do. Where the knee is pointing is where your foot's going to go. So the higher my knee points, it changes the angle. If I point my knee down, it's going to kick her in the shin. Okay, good. We're going to move on to the side kick. So we're going to switch the legs. So right foot forward, left foot back. Everything's going to come. We're going to switch sides now. Oh, I know. So switching sides, right foot's going to go forward. The whole thing's going to come from the front leg. She's not going to like this one, I can already tell. Same idea like the round kick. You're going, nice fighting stance. So enthused. I can tell. Okay, so you're going to bring that knee up. You're going to balance here. Whoa. Now, just like that mobility move, you're going to tilt that hip and kick out. Bring that leg all the way down. So we chamber the leg.
You know, this one's better than the round kick.
Okay. So notice these, we're going super slow. We're breaking down the movement really slow for you. But you notice how her foot tilts. So much violence. I get it. You don't like these. So keep going. I'm just talking through it. So the faster you go, you'll almost notice that chamber and that tilt goes away, but it's still there. So the slower you go, the more we're focusing on that move of mobility, turning over, flex your foot now, and kick through the heel. Bring it in and drop it down.
This doesn't feel good to my leg.
Yeah, I can see that. Your other leg will be nicer to you. This was Derek's favorite kick. Mr.
Yeah, I
Derek.
remember. Yeah, Mr. Porteous.
Yeah, I didn't want to try to say his name. So chambering the leg. So we call this the chamber. So you can take a quick break. I'll talk through this one. Just hold the foam roller so it doesn't go flying. Hold it in front of me.
Oh, that's good.
And hold it here so I don't kick your hand. So what we like to do here, I used to do this a lot with my kids. You can always take a lower prop, but to get that kick higher, notice how far my knee comes up. I tilt my foot and I kick over bring it in. You want to clear that surface the whole time, the higher you get that kick. These are big power moves, switching sides, so left leg. That enthusiasm here. So she's gonna go a little bit faster. Chamber that leg and push out. So you'll notice both of us tend to move the body a little bit more because the faster you go, you're gonna feel that momentum carry you. Yeah. Nothing crazy. Again, you can hold that wall. Good, chamber. Chambering it up, rotating it over, kicking straight out. Pull the knee back into the chest, bring it down. Just like that hip mobility earlier. Both of those moves when you're in tabletop, when you're standing, same idea. You good there? Your favorite kick is next.
I know, I can't do those.
There you go. So we'll rest you here. So you got 2 kicks under your belt now. Come back to this video always and practice these, okay? I love, even with the round kick, we're not gonna kick it. I have more confidence in this one. So lifting that knee up, kicking over it, bringing it back and down. Anytime you bring that knee up, that's called the chamber. I'm gonna start teaching you guys those words. Front kick. You're gonna do it off the front leg, obviously. I personally like front.
Obviously, I was like,
Well, you can do front kicks off of the back leg.
I know, I always do them off the back.
I know.
I've never done them off the front leg.
It makes it really awkward. So this is where we're in that fighting stance. You're gonna shift your weight into the back leg, just like what we've been doing. You're gonna bring that right knee up and then snap the foot forward. Yep, and then bring it down. Yeah, she's got it, okay. Just like the side kick, you're gonna pull your toes back. So you pull your toes back so that you're kicking with the ball of the foot. I'm gonna place that up there. It's a lot of effort to hold my leg up. So you're kicking right below that big toe. There's that big cushy part. If you are on high heels ever, that's the part you're kicking with. That's why we stretched in that motion to start working that foot. There you go.
I can't do these.
I can see that. So the knee points, and that's how high it's gonna go. It's going to kick where you want it to go. It may change on your mobility. I know a lot of the times when I taught the really little kids that were this big, they would do this. It was adorable. They were kicking over bottles. We're gonna switch sides in 3, 2, 1.
You know, at one point I developed a really weird habit that when I did a front kick, I would do them like this. And I would balance on my toe. I don't know
That's
why.
not a good habit to
So
have.
I was just like, you got some really good balance there, but you really shouldn't be doing that.
No. So she brought up a good point, is when you're kicking, the leg that's stabilizing you needs to be on the, I just screwed her up. So the leg that's on the ground, don't lift up to the toes. I know it's very tempting, especially when you're trying to hit a target. You want to keep that good stable base, working on that glute action, just like the single leg deadlift, to help strengthen you and keep you stable. Because if someone were to come over and push you, you'd be able to land safely. We got one more kick, guys. She's like, oh no, this is the best one. It's the back kick. This is neither of ours favorite. It is also a very impractical kick, only in very certain situations. Okay, we're gonna rest. I'll walk through this one first, okay? So my back's gonna be to you guys. So it's technically obviously gonna come off the back leg because we're not gonna do any spinning and like the lifting up. So for this one, my right leg is forward, my left leg is back. I'm gonna hold the Fred here. I'm gonna pick my knee up just like that mobility earlier. Look over that left shoulder and kick my heel straight out. Bring it in, drop it down. So you got that chamber, so you're pulling that knee in, look over the shoulder, so you're aiming, bend the knee, bring it in. Now you just get to do it while I talk through the rest. Left leg is gonna do that kick. Kick it out, there you go. Bring it down. The idea here is you wanna try to get the knee and the toe to point down towards the ground. So you want your hips this way, just like the deadlift. There you go. So if you guys have ever been on a machine at the gym, the glute kickback machine, that is essentially what this move is. This kick is not that effective in a lot of things. I've more seen this kick as a last resort, if you're trying to get away from somebody, if you're in a hug, in a bear hug, in a self-defense move, and you're trying to push them away because you couldn't get it any way else, that's the only time I've ever really used this kick. I say that like I've been attacked a lot. The only time I teach this kick is in a self-defense type of move. We're gonna switch sides. So we don't focus on this one a lot. It does work great for the butt though.
Fantastic.
She thinks otherwise. Now, there's always fancy things that can be done with this, but we're not going into it today. We're keeping it light and simple. Always look over your shoulder. I used to, every kid, when we would do back kick drills, they would just throw it out there. And they would miss the pad every time. You guys have to look back. I know most of you don't have a pad or something you're aiming for, but just get into the habit of that. That was such a horrible side eye. I was like, I just hate this so much. Guys, we're almost done. I know. One of these you may have a favorite of. Comment below. Tell me which kick you liked and which one you felt the strongest in. Tell me which leg feels stronger. We're going to rest in 3, 2, 1. Good.
Started my wrist early.
I know you did. Okay, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned a little something about the kicks. These will translate so well into any self-defense training that you may do if you're trying to kick and punch and fight like a Black Widow. This is great. This is like we were born to do this. You just look so... She looks like Yelena. As long as it has lots of pockets, she doesn't care. I know. Okay, so join us next time on the Micro Squad. Train like a widow, Black Widow, and we'll see you then. Everyone, thank you so much for watching the Micro Squad. Please don't forget to subscribe, check out some of our other videos, and check out our on-demand classes. They are on our website, themicrosquad.com, and we'll see you next time.